Welcome back to Movie On. Today I'm going to explain the movie called Burying the Axe from 2014. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care, and I hope you enjoy it. Before the video starts, let me tell you one thing. This movie is quite interesting and has an amazing ending, so I will suggest you watch the whole video. So let's get straight into the explanation. At the beginning of the movie, we saw Max and Evelyn. Max works in a horror shop, and he likes the horror stuff very much. And he also wants to open his own shop. In the next scene, we saw Max's brother called two girls in his room. Max got angry with him and told him he has no right to do such things in his house. After some time, Evelyn came there and kicked them out of their house after insulting them, but told her maybe she's overreacted. But Evelyn told him she did this for their own good. In the next scene, we saw Max was in his shop, but his mood was off. Max does not like the rules of greeting the customers in the shop. He had to say to the customers to go to hell instead of saying bye to them. When he was in the shop, a delivery guy brought something to the shop. One of the boxes had a doll named Satan Ginny. It was written on the doll that the Ginny fulfills someone's wish in a very bad way, but Max thought it was just a joke. He called Evelyn to come to his shop, and they had sex in the shop. Evelyn told him that after her mom died, Max is the only one close to her, and she does not want to lose him at all. Max also told her that he doesn't want to lose her. They promised each other that they will always stay together no matter what, but the Satan Ginny heard it, and their wish was approved. In the next scene, we saw Evelyn was in Max's room, and from now on, she will live with him. They went to an ice cream shop. When they entered the shop, they saw Olivia was dancing there. She's the owner of this shop, and she was also a horror lover. Olivia and Max started talking to each other about horror stuff. Evelyn felt jealous after seeing this, thus she insulted her. After coming out of the shop, Evelyn asked him why he was flirting with Olivia, and it created a fight between them. But after getting back home, Evelyn said sorry to Max. She told him she never wants to lose him. The next day, when Max came back home from his office, he saw Evelyn had painted the whole house green. She put all of Max's posters in the drawer. But the posters were expensive. Max had imported the posters from another country, and he got angry at her and told her she should have asked him before changing the appearance of the house. In the next scene, we see Max went to Travis's house. Travis lives in a tiny room. He told him Evelyn always serves him the same food. Sometimes he does not even eat. They discussed breaking up with Evelyn. Travis told him to break up with her over the phone. But Max does not want this. They decided to call her to a public place, and then he will break up with her there, so that she cannot react to it. According to their plan, Max asked Evelyn to come to a dog park. Evelyn thought maybe Max was about to gift her a dog, and she became very happy. But before she came to the dog park, she got into an accident. She was about to die, and she told Max, "We will always stay together." Max said yes, as Evelyn died. Max was broken because of Evelyn's death. He didn't even come out of his room. Actually, Max was blaming himself for the death of Evelyn. One day, Travis came to his house and told him to stop blaming himself for Evelyn's death, because he had nothing to do with it. He asked him to move on. He also suggested he should watch a movie that would refresh his mind. In the evening, Max went to the theater, and there he met Olivia. Olivia asked him about Evelyn, and Max said he moved on. Actually, Max was hiding the news of Evelyn's death from Olivia. They had ice cream from Olivia's ice cream shop. Olivia told him about her ex. She also told him that they should do something exciting in their life. They went to the graveyard, and we saw Evelyn was coming out from her grave. She looked like a zombie. When Max was alone in his room, he heard the bell. He opened the door and saw Evelyn was standing outside the door. At first, he didn't believe it, but when Evelyn got inside the house, he believed that Evelyn was still alive. Evelyn wanted to have sex with him, but Max didn't want to do it. Olivia came to his house, and she heard the voice of Evelyn, but Max told her it was his neighbor's voice. After Olivia left, Evelyn came to Max. She vomited on Max's face, and Max fainted. The next morning, Evelyn told him she had changed after she died. Now she never gets tired of anything, and she does not get hungry as well. In the next scene, Max came to his shop, and he was looking for a book. While he was searching for the book, the Satan Ginny fell down and broke. He found the book. It was written in the book that he needs to make a powder after mixing some things together, and if he puts that powder onto a zombie, then it will die once again. In the evening, Max made the powder, but Evelyn came there, and she told him someday he will have to die. Then why not I just kill you right now and turn you into a zombie like me? They can stay together always. But then Max throws the powder on Evelyn's body, but nothing happened to her. Max told her he was trying a new recipe. They planned to go to a club and dance together. They went to the club and drank some alcohol. Evelyn was drinking strong shots, but still nothing happened to her. But after coming out of the club, she vomited. Olivia was going through the same road, therefore she saw this. But Max told her she is just a friend of his, and she was so drunk. After coming home, Evelyn fainted and Travis came there. Travis was shocked after seeing Evelyn. Meanwhile, Evelyn also woke up and she started to insult him, and Travis ran away from there. The next day, she made breakfast for Max. While sitting on the breakfast table, once again Evelyn told him to be like her. But Max told her they should take some time. Evelyn got so angry that she broke the table. She kicked the floor and broke that too. And we realized Evelyn has become powerful after becoming a zombie. But Max told her he just wanted a little time to get prepared. When Max was in his shop, Olivia brought some food for him. While he was eating the food, Evelyn called him. Olivia told him maybe Max still couldn't move on from his ex. She invites him to watch a movie with her. In the evening, Max went to Travis's house, and they discussed how to get rid of Evelyn. Travis told him to kill her, but Max said he can't do this. Finally, they decided to kill her with a sword. Max came back home with a sword. The next morning, Evelyn was doing yoga, and we noticed her body was very flexible. When she was meditating, Max tried to kill her, but he could not do it. In the next scene, we saw Max and Travis met together, and Max told him he could not kill her. Then Travis took the job into his own hands and told him that he would kill her. In the next scene, Max was telling Evelyn that tonight is Halloween, and I have so much work tonight. I will have to stay outside the whole night. At night, Max and Olivia watched a movie in the graveyard, and after watching the movie, they had sex in the graveyard. On the other side, Travis came to Max's house with the excuse of taking a DVD from him. But Evelyn was annoyed after seeing Travis. Travis was only looking for a chance to kill her, and he was watching a movie where a man was eating another man's brain. After seeing this, Evelyn got hungry as well, and she started to eat Travis's brain. Travis tried to save his life from her, but he could not. The next day, when Max came to his house, he got scared after seeing Evelyn, because she was looking so ugly and horrifying. She told him she has already eaten dinner. Max realized Evelyn had killed Travis and ate him. Then he saw his dead body beside the bed. Evelyn told him she wanted to turn him into a zombie like her, but Max said no. He told her, "I don't want to be a horrifying zombie. But first, go and take a shower." When Evelyn was in the washroom, Max locked her door and went outside. He tried to call the police, but he forgot his phone in the house. Therefore, he went to the police station. On the other side, Evelyn broke the door and came outside. She found Max's phone and she saw all the messages of Olivia. When Max was in the police station, he heard from the walkie-talkie that someone had stormed the ice cream shop of Olivia. Max realized Evelyn did this, so he immediately went there since Olivia was in trouble. He ran to his house and saw that Evelyn had tied down Olivia to a chair. He told her to let her go, but Evelyn got angry at him and told him Max had cheated with her. But Max told him they were never made for each other. Evelyn realized Max was about to break up with her, so she got more angry with him and told him, "I will turn you into a zombie like myself." And she attacked Max. But somehow, Max saved himself from her. Evelyn was hitting Max's head on the carpet, but Max told her not to hit his head on the carpet. Then Evelyn said, "Okay." And we realized Evelyn hasn't even changed a bit, even after turning into a zombie. In the next scene, someone stabbed her with the sword from behind. Therefore, she died. And it was none other than Travis. Travis also became a zombie like Evelyn. They covered her with the carpet and buried her. In the last scene of this movie, we saw that Max opened a shop beside Olivia's ice cream shop. To watch more explanations of these kinds of movies, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, I will say, stay safe, stay well, thanks.